Welcome to my channel. My name is Marlies and today we are going to create these beautiful, easy and simple Christmas tags. To get started, I got out some watercolor paper and my new distress ink color Lumberjack Plaid. I smooshed my ink pad onto my craft sheet, sprayed some water on it, and I pulled my finger through just to open up the color, and then just swipe your paper through it or just push it into the ink. I always start in a gentle way because you can always add more later when you have your layers dried in between. And that is what I'm doing right now. This is my first layer and I want it to be dry before I add a new layer. I will be repeating this process again and again, so a little bit of smooshing and swiping and then drying your layers in between, and you will do that until you are happy with the result. To give my papers a more Christmassy feel, I am going to add some gold foil, and I'm starting off with the Distress Collage medium in the bottle, and I'm using the very narrow tip to just apply little bits of glue. And just before it dries totally, I will put the foil on and give it a good rub so it can adhere. I am repeating these steps in small areas on the paper because if you are adding too much glue in one time, the first part will already be dry before you get to the foiling. I will be using some dies, and as you can see, I have chosen to use some very basic shapes. Besides the red frames, I also cut out a background for the frames, and I did that with the Holtz Christmas Ideaology backdrops. I want the Lumberjack Plaid to return in all the papers, so I'm just using a little bit of splatter on those frames and the background papers. After the splatters have dried, I'm going to use the Lumberjack Plaid and also the Vintage Photo Distress ink to ink up the edges of the frames and the background papers with my blending tool. This is how they look finished, but let's create one together. You can see that I already glued the red frame and also the background paper together, but when I saw this I was missing something, and so that was the reason why I cut out an extra oval in a beautiful green. To decorate these tags, I am using the Holtz Botanical Christmas pack, and they are perfect for these little projects, and I think the imaging is beautiful and appropriate for the holidays. And just to top it off, I'm going to use some small words from the Christmas remnant rubs. I would like some kind of bow or string or ribbon on top of the tags, and that is why I'm cutting out some strips of cheesecloth, because I would like to color them and use them in the hole on the tag. You can easily color your fabrics or your strips of cheesecloth, and I am using the Distress Spray Stain. Just spray your color onto your cloth and just push it around a little bit and drag it through the color so it can absorb the ink. Make sure that your cloth is dry before use, otherwise you will get stains and smears onto your papers. Only the colored cloth did not do it for me, but I found a very beautiful vibrant greenish ribbon, and I'm going to pair them into the hole and make little bows. We are almost at the end of this video, so I would like to ask you, if you like my content, please give a thumbs up, subscribe or leave a comment down below. You can also support me and my content by becoming a Patreon of mine. I will put the link in the description box below. And I also have a Ko-fi account for little donations, where I also offer freebies, digital freebies. So be very welcome to join and see what I have in my little shop over there.